Jarrettville, out of Dallas, Texas, born and raised, Parkland Hospital. Stayed all over Dallas. This is home. This is where my business is based. This is where I want to continue growing it. And this is where I'm going to stay.
Tell us a bit about you and your company and what your companies do.
I offer, nothing but quality work. I do painting, renovations, I do roofing, and I also have an online floors business.
Also, so what got you into the painting and the renovation aspect of starting your own business?
Well, actually, I started back in like 2008. I did the internship for Sherwin-Williams, the paint company. So I was a store manager for Sherwin-Williams for 7 years. So that's where I kind of learned about paint, how to apply paint, how to do stuff like that. So basically, I kind of found the niche. It kind of just found me. So from there, I took it on. I learned about the business, I studied, and then I opened up my own company.
And since you opened up your own company, what advice would you give anyone trying to go into the renovation space or the painting space, and they're not too sure where to start?
If you're not too sure, I always say find a mentor or somebody that's doing it. That's what I did. I got me a mentor that basically taught me the game. He taught me things to look for, quality work, things that you should and shouldn't do, things that you should take care of without even the customers asking, just do it. Those kind of things that take you a lot farther than anything else.
And what additional advice would you just give anybody in general that wants to be their own boss? What would you tell them?
Never, how do I put this? Never not know your worth. You know what I'm saying? If somebody doesn't want to pay your price, somebody else will. Don't ever just lower your value of your business versus somebody else, because if you're providing quality work and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, somebody will pay for it. So when I first started out, I was doing all these jobs, making, a little money here, just pennies, pennies on the dollar. And I was doing it just to keep myself busy, but I really wasn't making the money I wanted. And then when I got to a point to where my business value where it was at and I was providing quality work, I pick and choose what job. So instead of me going to a customer and the customer choosing me, I'm choosing them. Because if I feel a bad vibe or anything like that, I won't work with them. So me, I value my business, I value what I provide, I value what I do. So I'm saving myself a lot of headache. And you'll know that it takes time. It wasn't just no 1 or 2 year thing. This, I've been doing this for over 5 years, but it just takes time to get to that point.
Get your company name
from? Man, it's actually pretty funny. I am part of fraternity Phi Beta Sigma. I love blue. So I was just thinking, that's the hardest thing I say with business is finding a business name. And it took me a long time. It took me 2 months. And I was just thinking what's something cool? So I came up with Cold Blue. So Cold Blue means fire, like something panicking, like something's going wrong. So I started my business while I was working a job. So Cold Blue, so if somebody found out, I was gonna get fired. So I kind of came up with Cold Blue painting and renovation because it was just a little kitchen. Somebody just started laughing. I was like, yeah. So when I tell the story how I came up with my name, I started while I was working with another company, and I came up with Cold Blue, intended my fraternity, and just kind of being, because it's fire, it's rescue, you need to come save me. So that's why I came up with my company name. One other thing you can find me, I tell people, I have insurance, I'm bonded. I am a part of the Better Business Bureau. I have an A+ rating. I'm very proud of that. So you can find Cold Blue Painting Renovations on Better Business Bureau, and you can find Cold Blue Roofing on the Better Business Bureau.
The average project take?
For roofing, it takes about a day or maximum 2. You know, like if it's just a residential house, it'll take a day. 1 story, 2-story house may take 2. You know, if you're talking like a hotel or something big, it'll take like 4 or 5 days. But normally, typical average day, it takes 1 day to complete the job.
Tell us, what primary areas do you particularly work in the DFW area?
I work all over. And I mean all over, all over. Like my typical day is I'm scattered out. I probably drive about anywhere from 200 to 500 miles a day, just driving around. You know, I'm based out of like downtown Dallas, you know, office out of my house. But you know, a typical day for me is start in Dallas, may go to Fort Worth, may have to go to DeSoto. After DeSoto, I have to go to Richardson. From Richardson, I go to McKinney, to the Colony, you know, Forney, back to like Midlothian or Cedar Hill or back to Fort Worth. Like, so I'm all over. So anywhere in the DFW, within like a 100-mile radius, I'll travel wherever to get the job done.
And do you have a particular audience that you target, or it just depends on the people that you're dealing with?
I wouldn't say normally I have like a specific audience. With me, it's how I base my value off of my business is that I don't do any advertising. I don't pay for any advertising. I do everything. Everything I do is word of mouth. So everybody I get is a referral from another customer. And it speaks volumes that like every day this past week, I done did about 4 to 6 jobs every single day. So, you know, that tells you how many referrals I get. So it's like, I don't have to post on Facebook. I don't have to market. I don't have to pay for advertising because I take care of my people and they refer me to friends, neighbors, you know, stuff like this. And don't get me wrong, I pass out flyers and stuff like that on the streets where I work at, just to get my name out. But like as far as advertising, I don't invest in advertising.
And also, I mean, going back to, do you do any consulting? Because, you know, some people want to do it themselves, but I guess they don't know where to start. So do you provide any consulting service as far as if they ask?
You know me, I help people all the time. You know, I've helped 2 other people start roofing companies. And like me, I don't do like a charge or anything like that. Because me, I feel like the more I bless people, the bigger I get blessed back. So that's why I say like my business is blessed because I've blessed it.
Being that you do a referral, what steps did you take to have that A1 quality for people to refer their friends and family to you?
You know, I ask my customers. You know, I tell them up front, like, hey, you know, when I do this job, it's like, hey, you know, I'm not gonna ask for much. You know, I don't want to tip. You know, anything, my price I gave you is the price that I did, so everything I need to do is inside that price. The only thing I ask is that if I gave you a quality job that you like, you know, recommend it to your neighbors, your friends, family, stuff like that. So that's how my business continues to grow. And me, it's just like me, you know, like I pride myself with the word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So if I'm going to use this quality material, when it shows up, I shows my customer, this is exactly what I told you, this is exactly what you got. So there's no confusion for them not getting what they paid for.
And also, what is some of the misconceptions of the painting and the roofing industry that people may or may not know about?
That they don't think it costs as much as it really do. I know they think like contractors just make so much on prices, but you gotta think 2 weeks of work. You know, you tell somebody what you make in 2 weeks. You know, you gotta think, if I have 4 or 5 guys at your house, how are they gonna feed their families? You know, how are they gonna provide what they gotta do for us? So it's like, you're offering a service, you gotta think of like, I'm not charging you blah, blah, blah amount. You know what I'm saying? I have to pay my guys, I have to pay for materials, and I have to have my little profit on top. So a lot of people think that it doesn't cost as much as it does.
How does it feel to be an entrepreneur and your own boss?
A lot of phone calls, a lot of headache, but when I tell you in the end, it's worth it because, when I wake up, normally what I do is I listen to like a motivational speech. That way I motivate myself. I may have had a bad day, but like me listening to something motivational, it puts me in the mindset to where like I can do anything today. Entrepreneur, it's like if you don't work, you don't make money. You work, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you put in is what you get out. So, if I had to give advice to anybody else that's an entrepreneur, what I did is how I basically started. I was working at Sherwin-Williams paint company. I would work from 7 a.m. to about 4:30 p.m. And every single day for 2 years, I went and I checked on my business when I got off of work. So I wasn't getting home until 8, 9 o'clock every single day. It didn't go a day that I do it. Saturdays I'm off so I can have all day, but Monday through Friday, that's what I did. And what I did was basically, I trained my employees to handle stuff while I wasn't there. So I didn't have to show up until the afternoon when the customer got off work just to check and make sure stuff going on. So basically all I was doing is just, hey, be here this time, be here to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just set the job up. All I have to do is basically just pay for stuff over the phone if they need it. So, just find out what works for you and just be good at it. If you feel like you gotta be at the job every day, do it. If you don't feel like you gotta be at the job, don't do it, but just make sure whatever you're doing, you don't have the customer questioning what's going on.
Well, what other advice would you give someone?
Also like this, and just being a black entrepreneur is, with a lot of black people, you get stuff that you never had before, and I'm talking about like money and stuff like that, don't be flashy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like my mentor, he's a millionaire. He has like 17.1 million. He wears dirty shoes every day. He wears dirty shorts. He has a decent shirt on and a hat. Me, having chains and watches and nice cars and stuff like that, who are you trying to impress? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you use that money to invest in something else? Me, I have a decent pair of shoes, paid $40 for these, paid $10 for these at Ross. I made my company shirts and I'm gonna value myself. I'm not flashing around like, oh, I'm making all this. I'm showing you hard work, so don't get this thing to where like you feel like you gotta show it off what you got, because as quick as you get it, as quick as you can lose it. Because you're thinking like, oh man, I made a lot of money, that's this job, I go buy this. Man, you could invest that back in your business. Me, I invested back in my business so I can make more money. Sacrifice stuff now where you get a bigger gain in the end. And that's what I value everything on.
Let everybody know your business contact number.
Yeah, where you can reach me at is 469-245-3809. Again, it's 469-245-3809. It's Jared. And even if you want to call me, ask for advice, ask for help, want a mentor, I'm all for it.
Well, they can find you on your social media and all your social media platforms.
All right. Well, you can find me. I'm everywhere: Facebook, Instagram. The websites are Code Blue Painting, Renovations, LLC.com. I have Code Blue Roofing, www.codeblueroofing.com. And I have the Flower Guys, THAFLOWERSGUYS.com. Those are my 3 businesses out.